Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In part 1, we went over basic tactics. And in this video, we'll go over intermediate tactics that will give you a real edge over your opponents. So let's begin. Deflection is about forcing a key defender away from its duty, leaving a vulnerable piece behind. In this position, we can kick out the bishop by moving our pawn to e4. This attacks the bishop, and as the bishop goes back, we can capture the knight for free with the rook because it is no longer defended by the bishop. Decoys are all about baiting your opponent into a trap. Here, white can move the queen to e8, giving a check. Black has to take, and then it is a checkmate. A windmill is a super powerful tactic in chess. It happens when you force your opponent into multiple discovered checks, capturing most of their pieces. In this position, usually a rook and a bishop work together. White can capture the pawn on c7, giving a discovered check from the bishop. The king is forced to move to g8, and you come back to give a check with the rook on g7. The king has to go back to h8, and you repeat the same moves, capturing most of their materials and gaining an immense material advantage. If a piece is defending the king or other pieces, removing it can create a breakthrough. In this position, white can capture the bishop on e7, exposing the weaker g5 square behind. We can hop our knight into g5, aiming to deliver a checkmate. So black has to take the knight with the queen, leading us to get a material advantage. Zugzwang, a fun word and a deadly weapon. It is a move that forces your opponent to play a bad move because they have no other legal moves. Just a few moves earlier, if this was white's turn to play, it would be a perpetual draw. Sometimes promoting to a queen is not the best choice, as in this position, promoting to a queen will lead to a stalemate. So instead, it is much better to promote it into a rook, as this can easily force the checkmate. When a piece has too many defensive duties, it can't handle them all. This is called overloading. So in this position, black can just take the bishop on d3, as when the rook takes the queen, we can move our rook to e1 with a check. So the rook has to block and it is a checkmate. If you are in a losing position, but you can keep checking your king infinitely, you can force a draw. For example, in this position, white can play queen c8 check. The king has to go to h7 and you give the check on f5. You keep repeating the moves and it is going to be a draw. But if you thought that black could push the pawn to g6, you would be wrong because the queen can capture the pawn on f7 and still repeat the checks infinitely. And that's it. These advanced tactics can help you win more games and save you from defeat. These patterns may come to you naturally after a lot of practice. Don't forget to comment your favorite tactic below. If you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Thank you.